nobody thinks about you like the way you do.
Yeah.
Nobody cares for you like the way you do. Nobody wants your progress more than you. Nobody thinks about you more than yourself. So do you think the person out there wants you to be better than what you want for yourself? No.
There's so many different approaches that have been told to me of like, oh, like, you know, men are like this, so you need to do this. That if I had done that to Philip, it would have made no sense. He would have been like, what? Because it doesn't work for him.
Hi friends! Okay, so we are back again to continue. I'm going to ask them all the questions about marriage and blah 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 and all of that. So if you are new here, my name is Truth. Meet Stella and meet Laura. We are still on marriage and relationships and how we can be better in our marriages and our relationships. Like, what are your thoughts on financial management within a marriage? Who will go first? Laura?
Okay. I think it depends from couple to couple.
Yeah.
And in our relationship, I am the money manager of the house.
Okay.
But because I have a passion for it and a skill set for it, not that he doesn't, but like when he saw the way that I managed my money before we even got married, he was like, oh yeah, that's what I want. You know, like you can handle it. And I'm like, okay. And that got me excited, you know? And so, but I mean, we still sit down every week, or usually I guess with finance it's more like every month, and we go over, you know, what happened and what's going to change next month, and if the budget changes, we talk about that together. I'm more of just kind of the executor, you know, of it, you know, but we make the decisions together, what our budget will look like and how we do it. But if we had different skill sets, then maybe he would have been, you know, the money manager. But I think it can vary from couple to couple.
For us, I don't know, a lot of couples are against it, that it works for us. We have a joint account.
Oh, I'm for it. Yes, 100%.
We have a joint account, so this is it. Our salaries move into a pool. So I don't even get to take a penny out of it. It moves into a pool. So his also moved to a pool. So there's a standing order on our accounts. As soon as the salary is paid into our accounts, it moves into another account. And when it moves into that pool, there are standing orders on that account. So there's a percentage for insurance. Even when we got married and we didn't have any child, there's a percentage for child school fees. There's a percentage for maintenance of the cars. There's a percentage for fuel. There's a percentage for maintenance of the house. There's a percentage for upkeep. When there's even a percentage in Ghana, you know, that have to move to our parents' accounts, so that every month at least we sort our parents out. So all those things come to play. After all those deductions have been made, whatever is remaining is what we spend. In fact, there are percentages for savings. So there's a sub-saving beneath the joint account too. So at the end of the month, in fact, before we got married, we actually did all the calculations and then got to know how much will be left as spendable income. And then checked if it will be able to support us. So whatever is left is what we live on, and we manage it. With that, husband is the manager, because I love good things. So he's the manager. So even if we need something, we discuss it. Even clothes. So that one I would say it just for us to laugh. You know, there's a percentage for me to change clothes every 6 months, and his is 1 year. So we actually save towards the wedding, so that by the 6th month we have enough to get lots of clothes and shoes. And his, you know, men, their things are expensive and theirs keep longer than ours. So, but there are times that my job might bring some side monies. In Ghana, when you're a professional, you do your own consulting and get some monies here and there. Even that, I take it home. And I tell him, today when I went for this job, I got this amount. And he will ask, what do we do with it? I say, this is free money. We're not taking it to the pool. Let's get ourselves some nice things. What do you think? And at the end of the day, this man will still make a percentage go into the savings. Because he would say it would actually make the savings higher.
Yeah.
So that is how we manage it. And since we started doing this joint account, I would say it has helped me so much because I don't just spend anything. I don't think about how to send something to my dad because I know he's sorted. I don't think about a lot of things because I know that even maintaining my car is sorted. And most women, see, we think that when we have this joint account with the men, we lose.
Yeah, I
But my
wanted to
sister,
ask that
we
question.
gain.
I see.
Because if I look at my take home and I look at the things we are able to do, if I should be doing it by myself, I wouldn't be able to do it. But because both of you are doing it together, you are able to achieve bigger heights. And each job sometimes would bring money home. It's money, not little money. And when that money comes, I didn't work, I didn't do some, but I also get to enjoy it too because we do it together.
It reinforces the mindset too, I think, of we are doing this life thing jointly.
Yes.
So, well, I wouldn't want to say insecurities, but we've heard stories, or at least I've seen people that did this joint accounting and maybe there were issues in their marriage and one partner cleared the whole account and walked away. And somebody is left without anything.
How did the partner clear the account? Because I know these joint accounts, it is both signed before you can.
But sometimes it's ATM, right?
So
I mean, I don't know what safeguards are on like clearing an account, because I would think there would be, if you're gonna like clear it, there would need to be like a double thing. But I think, but the other thing that we also do, there is like I still have a checking account and he has a checking account, but that's more of like just the fun money.
Okay.
No, it's just the fun money. Like we are allotted to ourselves a fun money from the joint account every month, and so the reason
you also do joint account.
Yeah. So we have a joint account.
It's my first time seeing another couple doing joint account.
Really?
Yes. Because a lot of times I actually do not come out because a lot of times when you say it, people look at you in a way. But it comes with, if you don't trust your husband, if you don't think this man will be faithful to you, to your money, then I don't know why you are trusting your body with him, why you are trusting your future with him. Why on earth would I start thinking he will flee with my money?
Well,
maybe people see signs of their husbands being able to do it. If you see signs of this man being capable of taking all your money away, leaving you and your children penniless, then yes, don't go into it. But if you know this is a man who would do anything with you to the end of the world, then why not? I feel too, doing it is better. And I have seen how we've been able to progress so quickly when we started this joint accounting as against when we were just being us. And it's not as if we have personal accounts on this side, but whatever money you have in the personal account comes from the joint account.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it can almost become this self-fulfilling prophecy if you are like, okay, well, I need to be cautious, so we're going to have separate and we'll contribute to the bills or whatever. And to each his own, I'm not judging, but like it's, to me, I know it would be kind of this self-fulfilling process. It's like, oh, well, you're only contributing this much, and you can, I'm contributing this, and then it can start this kind of like, well, you're not pulling, there's a different mindset that happens when it's like, okay, we're putting into this same pot, and then what we're building together. I think it helps with, even though it seems like a superficial difference, I don't think it is.
And some people think that, yes, I'm making 6 figures, he's making 5 figures, I am bringing a lot, he's not bringing enough. My dear, who told you he can't make 7 figures in 3 months? What if jobs change?
Okay.
What if he starts earning bigger? Would you say because he started earning bigger, now you take your money, so I take my you? And so I think we should be looking at the now. We should look at beyond today. It's also possible that he might lose his job. So what if both of you are living by yourselves for your own money and he doesn't have a job and he still would want to be the man, he still would want to provide and help with, whatever thing you are doing and he cannot provide. Man, he would feel less of himself. But whether your money is coming or nothing is coming, this is a joint account. Whatever comes in is what we use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel that the kind of man God has given us and the kind of prayers we are praying, we know he's a prayer answering God. In future, in years to come, they will be earning like 9 digits. So whatever money they are bringing, I don't care what I'm earning. I'll enjoy the 9 digits.
I feel like we'll talk more about finances, but I'll just
it is very important.
Like
I'll add just one thing. Okay. When we started to talk about, like, we still have, even though we have a joint account, we have personal. For us, it's more of just like spend without judgment. We've allotted it, and the things I know he spends on, I'm just like, if it was coming from our joint account, I think I probably would feel different. But it's like, oh no, that's your money. Do whatever you want, baby. And same for me, because I like to eat out with my personal money, and I know that bugs him. But it's like, but this was allotted to me, okay. So I do what I want with it.
Okay, so I feel like we'll make a separate video on
we
just
should make a video on finances and communication. Ooh. These two things tear marriages apart.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to pair together.
So just talking about joint account and all of this, I wanted to ask, how important is it to maintain individuality while being married? Do you get it? You want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Is it even important? Should you maintain it? Is it?
Yeah, yes. I think the short answer is yes. The question is what that can look like. So individuality meaning like we are both still our own people, accountable for our own actions, with different personalities and whatever. And that's something that was very important to us, of like, I'm still going to let you be you. You're still going to let me be me. And the ways that we might have friction because of our personalities or different styles or whatever, we talk about it, and find our togetherness there. So it's kind of a both and, like, we are together and we are individuals. And like, because there's so much that it's not about like, oh, he does it right or he does it wrong. It's just like, he just does it different. And like, that's okay. Like, and I do it different. It's not like I'm right or I'm wrong. It's just that we might do things differently, and like just kind of acknowledging that to ourselves of like, oh, okay, so I don't need to I need to recognize, is this something that is right or wrong? And if it is, then we need to address it. If it's just like, oh, that's just something different than how I do it, we can't have like this kind of moral superiority of like, everything I do is the right way, because there's so many things where it's just like, you're still different.
So imagine if both of you are the same. Really? Okay. You have to learn even in the marriage. So learning that, yes, he is different. I am different. Mm-hmm. When we come together, we make something beautiful out of it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be like me. I don't have to be like you. I feel if a couple says they are the same, they are fake.
Why? What would you? But
listen, I always say this:
to become one, don't you blend into
different backgrounds? Even if we are from the same country, the same region, the same tribe, the same even points are different.
Yeah.
So how then do both of us like the same things, watch the same thing?
But don't you grow into...
You go to love
accepting
it because,
the things.
Yeah, because you love it. I love it. But I still have what I love. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't mean because I'm married to you, the kind of the style of music I want, I wouldn't want it. No. My husband loves, do you know live band? Mm-hmm.
Do you know live band?
As in like you go to... Yeah.
Yes. He loves it. I just don't like it. I didn't
Why?
like it.
Why?
So what?
It's so
When we
fun.
met, even when
It's fun and
I don't like it. I love the the ones from the machines with the noise and everything.
You are noisy.
The first day he took me out on a date, he took me to this live band place. And it felt so awkward for me. And I got back home, I told my sister, do you know what it took? And you know this live band, they like playing the old song. Like, we're playing this song. And my sister was like, I love it. I said, I hate it. I don't like it. But today, if you want somebody who loves live band, I'm part of it.
Hey.
That doesn't take away the fact that I still don't like those my noisy things. I still like them, but I have come to see he loves it, and because I love him, I love what he loves. So I love it. Sometimes I propose, then let's go there because I know I get fucking So I go there, we dance to the music and everything, and he also appreciates to join me to the noisy ones. Yeah, so that he can also enjoy it. So these individual things, they actually spice it up. If all of us like the same thing, I feel what's the new thing? What's there to experience? You know? What is there to look out for? There are things I love that I know he didn't like, but now he also loves it. And he would say, hey, it's been a long time we did this thing we love. Okay, let's do it.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. That even makes you human beings.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Because you can't be the same.
Okay. Yeah. Are you learning something? Leave a comment. I'm really learning a lot. And I feel like even though I'm the one asking these questions, I'll rewatch this video. But please subscribe if you haven't yet.
Yeah,
subscribe.
We haven't told you yet.
Yes.
Subscribe!
Okay. So now, so I feel like this question is more towards Nora, but you can come in. How has your cultural background influenced your view on marriage? Because I know you are married to, like, let me say, different worlds, if I should say so. So how has that influenced your cultural background in general? How has it influenced your view on marriage?
I'll submit that everyone's cultural background influences their view on marriage, whether we consciously recognize it or not. But so yes, the answer is yes. My cultural background, definitely influences marriage, and I think what I'll say about our cultural backgrounds and how they meshed well in our marriage. I come from an African American and Ethiopian home, and obviously he comes from a Ghanaian home, and there were a lot of similarities in the way we thought about the seriousness of marriage, the weight of marriage. I think the kind of collective, the focus on the collective we, as opposed to, like, American culture tends to be more individualistic, but from where I was coming from, it's a little bit more collective than the kind of American mainstream. And so when we found those similarities, I think it helped sift out, okay, these differences may be there, but they're not superseding, like, the core that will keep us together. Yeah. And so when we recognize that, we're like, okay, maybe we can make this work. And I'll submit too that every person is shaped by their culture, but they're not confined to their culture. Like, so many people, so many people will have exceptions to the rule, of like, oh, this is what Canadian culture is supposed to be, but this person does this, so, and Americans the same way, you might be like, oh, all Americans are this, and then you find someone, you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, so for me, what I tried to do was, yes, I wanted to learn, different cultural references, food, obviously, but what I prioritized was getting to know him as an individual. And then the other things were helpful context, but it didn't necessarily mean like A equals B, because I learned this about Ghanaians, therefore that's what I'm learning about my husband. It was like, let me learn about my husband first. Like, who are you?
The person himself.
The person himself. Because I think we can, and the same goes for when we talk about like, oh, men are like this, and then you find a man who, then you find a man who's like completely different.
You are not here to marry men. You are
Yeah,
here to marry
one,
man.
just one.
You know, sometimes you meet somebody like this generation of girls and all this TikTok. I'm like, you are not
I
here to marry the
married
girls. You are not here to marry the TikTok. You are here to marry one person.
Yes.
You cannot say all the girls out there, everyone behaves the same.
So your focus should be on the person.
Yes.
Find out your
because the
person
approach,
and allow the others to do them.
yes, because
Do whatever
there's
they
so
want to
many
do.
different approaches that have been told to me of like, oh, like, you know, men are like this, so you need to do this. That if I had done that to Philip, it would have made no sense. He would have been like, what? Because it doesn't work for him, you know. And the same for me. I mean, I don't do glam. I mean, look at me. I don't do glam clothes, you know. Like, it's just not my thing. And so if he had kind of come in with the mindset of like, oh, I need to, you know, she's going to be doing this, this, and this, he's going to be surprised. Yes.
Okay. So I think this question you can come in as well. How do you deal with societal expectations and pressures regarding your marriage?
Yo. Gonna get in trouble on this video.
How do you deal with it?
I want to put it in a very nice way.
Okay.
If it weren't on video, you know how.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
Okay. Some of us, especially me, I just don't care about whoever you are. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't see. I don't think about what you think of me and whatever I'm doing. It is my marriage, not your marriage. If you have any opinion about it, get married and do it whatever you're doing with your husband. I don't care about it. You know, societal. If you follow society and from the world we come from, you know it, you will crush your marriage. See, people give you what they want you to see. They don't actually give you what is actually happening, the real thing. So there are a lot of fake people going around saying a lot of fake things when they are actually crying in their rooms. So if you give your ears to society, my dear, not even your marriage, your own life will be a mess. I really don't do a lot of social media, so I don't see the things you see. You always tell me, you don't see that thing. I don't see it because I only go on Instagram when you send me something on Instagram. So I don't see what is going on out there a lot, but at least I hear stories and I hear friends talk about it. Those who know me won't know me. Whatever you have to say about me and my marriage, to yourself. If you really think what you are saying is going to help me, I bet you it will help you too. So we don't think about society, and this was a problem for us when we got married. My husband is he's quite Bremen. He wants it done in a way that when people see it, they see it, say, oh, good. Even when we're getting married, I just wanted something in my father's living room. I don't care about who said we didn't do a wedding. I don't care about who said we didn't take this. I just didn't care. All I cared was I'm your wife. But he cared about, you know, in Ghana they will say he's actually doing it to give you glory, to let people see that you are worth the money he's spending on you. I feel that money should be spent on something else, not on a program where people come and eat our jollof, drink our drink, and it's not you. It's not your talk that the food was not nice. I didn't get what I don't know that. You know? But he wants it done in a way. Let's say even getting a car. He wants a car that if anybody should see it, they say, this is a good car. But I felt so long as the car is moving,
amen,
I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
So even till now, he has come to also join me in that club. Whatever somebody say, you come and I say, did you hear this? He said this and he did that. You the one thinking about them. I thought you don't think about it. You don't even think about them. You know, definitely society would have an impact on you. But it would have a deeper or a larger impact if you give yourself a chance. If you give yourself to listening to what people are saying. You see, these same people, when you make it, when your marriage is out there and they know that at least the success stories of good marriages, you are part of it, they will come back to you and tell you, we actually thought it was this, but it wasn't that. You thought it was that, it wasn't that. Because they were just, some are hallucinating.
And they don't have to live with the consequences of whatever they're thinking, or saying. Like, you have to live with the consequences of what you do.
Yes.
And so they're just, and which doesn't mean you don't take counsel, but like at the same time, like you have to know where the line
You have
is.
to sieve it. You have to sieve it. And you see, on this one, I'll leave the last word.
Okay,
Nobody thinks about you like the way you do.
Yeah.
Nobody cares for you like the way you do. Nobody wants your progress more than you. Nobody thinks about you more than yourself. So do you think the person out there wants you to be better than what you want for yourself? No. They don't care about you. They don't give a damn about you. You are there trying to make yourself better for them. You lost it.
Yeah.
I have a few questions, but I wanted us to go on a break. Should we continue?
A few for us to go on a break.
So that we'll end this whole. There are still so many questions.
So let's do this. We go on a break, drink our still below. The banana chips is finished. Laura.
It's so good.